Um, this is just gonna be a quick one because this is a story that I thought up of real quick. Mushrooms. Um, mushrooms. Mushrooms are fun. You know how they tell you, like, at anywhere that, and my camera's being handheld because you don't care. Um, you know how when you go to, like, anything outdoorsy, that, if you don't know what it is, especially if it's a mushroom, probably don't touch it. Um, so I was very stupid when I was younger, and I was out camping, and I was out camping in like my backwoods, out like half a mile away from my house, which not that far of a walk or whatever, but when I woke up in the morning. This is when I was like 9, by the way. I woke up in the morning and I really, really needed to take a dump. Like my guts were about to explode. And I remember passing by a tree that had this cool looking mushroom on it. It was like this big. It was like a big table mushroom. They're these big mushrooms that are just like they stick out of a tree. They look like a plate stuck out of a tree. And they were huge and they were orange. They were like a foot wide, and I was absolutely amazed by them. Like as I was trying not to crap my pants, I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. I want to touch it." So I touched it with like one finger, because I figured like it wouldn't be that big of a deal. And and I got I touched it with one finger, and then I'm like, oh wait, that's right, I'm pooping myself, and ran over like behind the tree, far away from the camp, and I ended up taking a dump in the woods. But after that, I had because I'm young and stupid, I didn't really wash my hands properly, and I touched my face, and I still had the mushroom juice on my fingers, and my entire face was on fire for hours. It got in my eyes, it got on my eyelids, and it got like up my nose and on my lips. I don't know how I touched that much of my face at one time, but holy crap. My entire face was on fire for hours. I had gone back to our house. We took a like we I was out camping with my family. We all took out and we went back to our house, and we were like scrubbing my face with soap and a loofah, and just like trying to get all of it off of my face, and like prying my eyelids open and rinsing my eyes out with the tap water, like it hurt. Oh my gosh. But it was better than the flipping burning in my eyes. Um, mushrooms. Flipping. Okay, and mushrooms. Uh, the we have these. I don't know what the names of them are, but they're these big puffball mushroom. No, no, I don't think they're puffballs. Puffballs are the ones like you squeeze them, and then they have like little puffs of stuff that come out of them. These ones, we called them soccer ball mushrooms because they would they grew everywhere, and they would pop up like directly after rainstorms, but they would grow to the size about the size of a soccer ball overnight. They were flipping huge, and supposedly you could eat them, so they were safe to mess around with. We did not eat them. We were not one of those kinds of families. We don't know mushrooms, so. But so it grew to the size of a flipping soccer ball, just overnight. Sometimes we would leave them for a couple of days to make sure that they got really big, and we would take them, and we would take them and we would break them off of, or we'd take them, we'd pull them up out of the ground, and then we'd break the stem off, and then we would just kick them around like a soccer ball, just in my yard, because every time you kicked it, it exploded a little bit. So you had to make sure not to kick it really hard if you wanted to play a full game with it. And we could get in like one full round of soccer before before the thing exploded. And that was the game. Who can score the most points before the ball explodes? It was great. It, because we broke it apart like that, every time we would play a game and there would be a rainstorm and there would just be more mushrooms and they were flipping massive. I'm not kidding. They were just like this big white ball and they were like fleshy and squishy and like kind of heavy. They were probably about the weight of like a heavy soccer ball and they were just like I don't know what they are, but they were cool. Um yeah, we would just I and after they broke apart from us kicking them, we would like take and we would take the chunks, like the big chunks, and start throwing them at each other. And my mom would always scream at us because we were throwing chunks of mushrooms at each other, and mushrooms are poisonous. These ones, I believe, were safe, but yeah, we just hucked them around at each other. Got mushroom goo all over each other, and then roll around in the yard because we're young and stupid, and like we would probably not wash our hands afterwards and then go and like pick apples from the apple trees and have lunch. Um, so something fun. Uh, I thought that when I was little, I was told that all mushrooms are poisonous. I was told all mushrooms are poisonous. And then my mom would buy cream of mushroom soup and fresh mushrooms from the stores sometimes and cook them up and I would be like, "Oh, if all mushrooms are poisonous, then can we eat these?" She goes, "Well, these ones aren't poisonous." I'm like, "So all mushrooms are poisonous, but these mushrooms aren't poisonous?" "Yes." "So all mushrooms are poisonous except these?" She goes, "Yeah, probably." And then she got a different kind of mushrooms. I'm like, "Oh, these are obviously different kinds of mushrooms." So these ones are poisonous, right? No, these mushrooms aren't poisonous. That's why we can eat them. I'm like, Mom, Mom, you're gaslighting children again. um, she goes, "What?" All mushrooms are poisonous except the ones that I say aren't poisonous. What? Flipping double think. My mom had a habit of that. Like gaslighting children. My mom had a habit of gaslighting children. I can't think of an example off the top of my head. Well, mushrooms was one of them. All mushrooms are poisonous, except these mushrooms aren't poisonous, but all mushrooms are poisonous. Flipping. Um, I was also told when I was little to like if someone if anybody ever hits you, you always hit them back. And then and then I would my cousins I have two cousins that are older than me. They're both girls. They were when I was younger, they were both old well, they were still older than me. They were a lot bigger than me when I was younger. And we would wrestle and they would beat the crap out of me and cuz we used to live together. And it's a hair messing with my arm and it's very annoying. Um, we would beat the crap out of each other, and then I would get yelled at because when I fought back because I'm not allowed to hit girls except all we it, like And then a day later, she would tell me to always hit people back if they ever hit you, but also never hit girls, and also don't hit your brother. But if somebody ever hits you, hit them back, because this has something to do with mushrooms. And this is where the video ends. Alright, getting kind of tangenty. Um, if you like my stuff, do the things you already know what you're supposed to do. Like, share, subscribe, whatever. Um, I know I look like crap and I haven't been uploading very well lately, but bye.